My name's Alexander, and I'm from Connecticut, small town of West Hartford. They had a Police Explorer program, which I joined at 13. Kids, high school students get together at the police department who are interested in law enforcement but don't know much about it. We wear a uniform, we meet up every week. The best part that really got me into it were the ride-alongs that I went on every weekend with the officers. I went to Central Connecticut State University, studied criminal justice for about 2 years, which brought me down here to move down to Georgia. During the Ferguson situation, I just had gotten hired by APD. The way the public views law enforcement, that really changed in a negative aspect. All the riots, the police shootings, anything that occurred started coming out in conversation in the academy. And they really started emphasizing a lot on officer safety. And I don't want to be that next officer that's just sitting in my car, listening to the radio, and a guy walks up and shoots me in the head. I don't want to be that guy, which it's happened to multiple officers here in the United States. I can understand why they feel like they can't trust us, because of everything going on in today's age. The media really is not on our side for the most part. They cut to a clip that looks bad and everyone sees it, and then they just walk away, and they think they can't trust the police. Once you roll on scene, there's a lot of times where people are just so hostile and they don't trust us. So it makes our job a whole lot harder. So if you coming off like you don't trust us and you're yelling at us for no reason, I even said one word to you yet, as a human, you kind of you go against that as well. But it takes a good person, a good officer, to hold that back and talk to you the way I initially wanted to talk to you in the first place, no matter whatever way you're acting. I really do think the public has to have a strong understanding on the way that law enforcement is trained. There's no other job in the country or in this world that is like being a police officer. There's none. We go through very extensive, rigorous training, mental and physical, that it's like none other. And like I said before, we are trying to make it home that night, and we don't know if you're gonna let us make it home that night until we figure everything out. Now, it's nothing on a personal level. Public has to understand what we're doing, or the way we're talking, or if you see 2-3 more police cars roll up, it's nothing on a personal level. It's just what goes on. It's nothing intentional. It's not that we don't like you. It's not that we think low of you. It's just every officer is trained pretty much the same way, and it's to be safe. There's a problem on both sides. On some part on law enforcement, some part on the general public and citizens here. We have to start understanding that when someone calls us and they call 911 or we roll up on something like that.
How can I help you?
I just want to go home.
Where's
I
home?
have my bus fare.
Where's home?
I'm in Wayne, East Point. I'm just trying to get
That person is
to
calling us because we're their last resort. They don't know any other way to solve their problem.
I spent all my money on rent. I just got done paying my rent.
So what if I get a taxi out here for you?
So we have to help them out, and we have to put ourselves in their shoes to really understand what they're trying to get across and what they need help with.
All right.
Now, on a citizen's part and the public, they have to do the same thing for us. They need to understand that where we're coming from, you know, our head is different from your head, but at the same time, we're both human beings. You're not looking at some robots or some aliens or something that was built. Like, I have my own mind, I have my own heart, I have my own thoughts, just like you. And once you understand that, and you can put yourselves in my shoes the same way I'm trying to put myself in your shoes, it would just be a normal conversation, and we'll come to a resolution, and we can solve the problem. My mom, she loves what I do. She's my biggest fan, pretty much, when it comes to this job. She supports it 110%, which I'm grateful for. She's obviously worried because she's a normal person. She's a civilian. She's not a police officer, so she sees things differently than I do, and she's very worried because she knows how dangerous this job can be and how it can end in a split second with no warning or nothing. You know, you don't know when it's going to happen. And that's her biggest fear. I try to let her know that I'll be okay, I'm safe, I'm cautious, I'm aware, I'm a nice guy, I'm a nice officer. I don't treat people the way that I don't want to be treated. So, and she knows that because that's the way she raised me. So it benefits me. It helps me out talking to people and doing this job every day. So she knows I got my own and I'll be all right. There's one moment that I really recall. It's probably made me feel the happiest or the most proud during this career is where I work now as a cop. There was an autistic lady who it was her birthday, and she really loves lights and cops and sirens and noise and stuff like that and the uniform, and she loves it. So my partner and I did a surprise visit to her house, and she had no idea that we were coming, and we rolled up, we threw the lights on, hit the sirens a couple times, and just seeing the look on her face was priceless. I can never experience something like that again. We gave her some stickers, some badges. We even took her around in the police car, going lights and sirens around the block a couple times, and there's no other way to describe the feeling that I had doing that. It's a very proud moment, and I would do it again. I actually want to do it again for other people. Like, doing something like that is my goal. I would love to live in a world where when we go to work as police officers, we can work in harmony with the people we're coming in contact with, like a teamwork type of effort. From our part, from your part. If we can do that, and we can figure out a way how to take down this big bridge that we have between each other and just work as a team, it'll just be a good day for everybody, for us, for you guys. We're here to do that. We're just waiting for the public to kind of let that happen. Now we're ready. I'm ready to get rid of that gap between us because we're all the same. We're here to help you guys out.